strike like a lightning bolt. You feel the ground pounding, that might be the coast. Quick like a joke, like to hit when provoked. Don't you doubt that. That's a Jaguar to a house cat. That's an outcast to a whole squadron. If you talking Houston, then we've got a problem. You'll probably get the horns if you mess with the cattle. Sit back in your saddle and get ready for the fan battle.
Hello, everybody. We'll give everyone a few minutes to log on. Hope everyone is having a great week. Of course, we're on Tuesday night this week, because of the Colts game last night. Old Indianapolis don't want to take timeout Saturdays over there. Don't look so disappointed, Josh. It's okay. I'm going to pin us to the top of the group. Hello, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook group, Facebook page, all the things. Thank you for joining us. Who's going to be our first commenter? And it better not be someone on the stream, because I know y'all love to do that.
I just want to know, what do you losers have to say for yourself this week?
Oh,
You know, the only victory Monday.
Hey.
It's for the team wearing teal, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So come sign your L's, as they like to say in the Facebook group.
Hey, Josh. Hey, we're not losers. We just can win. Watch it live.
listen, are you guys tanking?
Huh?
Are you guys tanking?
We in between. We in between like the Jags and the Texans.
Jeff Saturday or Urban Meyer?
Neither.
Ooh. It's got to be Jeff Saturday, right? At least
We'll save that one for the podcast.
You know what? I'll take Urban Meyer because he got a lot of girls.
Okay, that's what you want him for? The girls?
Yeah.
For the ladies?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You know how to bring a grinder.
It's not even quality.
That's a different group right there.
We got our first comment.
Shocker.
Oh.
Sammy loves Jalen more than she loves Moncrief.
Chris Jackson from the You Don't Know Jack podcast is the biggest hater I have ever met in my life. Ever. What was that tweet you pinned me in, Josh? Something about Jalen
hold
Ramsey?
on. I'll find it.
Read this before we get going, because this is great.
Yeah, let me find it.
It's so funny. How are you guys doing? Say something. Come on.
I mean, we're doing well as far as Texans fans are concerned. Got a new quarterback this week and didn't make a lick of difference. So
yeah, hey, consistency.
Who is he? Because I have no idea who's quarterbacking for you guys now.
Shorter neck, same result, right?
And now it's Kyle Allen, and we pretty much looked exactly the same because, as I've been saying since day one, the issue's not the quarterback. So a little vindicated, pat on my back.
Kyle Allen.
All right, get ready for this
Josh
tweet.
Allen's cousin.
I actually have a cousin named Kyle Allen. That's what's funny. But all right, so this on Twitter guy, his name's Patrick Allen, which is funny.
That's funny.
This is breaking at 3:06 a.m. Arrowhead Stadium security found a trespasser wandering around the field. The man appeared to be extremely confused and told security that he was looking for Travis Kelce. The man, Jalen Ramsey, a cornerback for the Rams, was told the game was over and he needed to go home.
So funny. But you know what's sad? That is something he would actually do, like in real life. Because remember, Nika, I know you remember that Bengals-Jags game with him and AJ Green, and they had to like literally be like, dude, you have to. He went looking for him in the locker room. They're like, bro, you got to calm down, or we're like, JSO was even like, man,
he wasn't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna do nothing. But I will say, I lost all respect for AJ Green after that game because he got whooped like a rented mule on the field, mentally, physically, every way possible by Jalen Ramsey. But I will say, listen, as much Jalen Ramsey hate as a lot of us throw out, before that Buffalo Bills Jaguars playoff game, I was there. Jalen Ramsey was walking around in the Daly's Place area. He's walking around high-fiving fans. Like he should have been getting ready. I don't know what the heck he was doing.
I won't have respect for him after. And one of my clients, Michael Griffin, we had him on this podcast, and he tried to argue with me that, oh, how do you know it was him? But I saw it. It was a verified Instagram. He had posted something talking shit about Blake Bortles or something, and my client, whose son was...
That's controversial.
Yeah. Well, my client, whose son was, like, in football, and, like, it was something pretty, like... F-bombs and stuff. Anyways, long story short, she was like, you got to understand, she wrote him, because some people do, and you expect that people are going to see it or whatever. She was like, you got to understand you have young fans that are watching you and look up to you, and you need to, show that teamwork or whatever. And he replied, shut up, bitch.
Damn.
So
Okay.
I was like, well.
What?
So to Jalen Ramsey, shut up, bitch. I say that. And on that note, let's get this party started.
I don't know. It's still a cool moment before that game.
Oh.
But
I don't remember.
he may
much.
be a
I
jerk,
had
but that was still
time.
pretty cool.
I agree with Josh Allen. She should have shut up.
He's definitely gotten prettier since he's in LA. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's got some more jewelry.
yeah, must be nice. A lot bigger contract too. All right, let's get this party started.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the AFC South Fan Battle Podcast. My name is Samantha Wernette, hosting for this evening, and I actually have a co-host with me tonight, Mr. Josh Allen.
What's up?
That's it. Okay.
That's it. I'm saving. I have more comments, but I'm saving them.
All right, cool. Let me introduce our commentators for this evening. Representing the Texans, we have V from the Texans Fan Battle Podcast.
Go Texans.
Representing the Jaguars from First and Teal, we have Miss Nika.
Hello.
Oh, you hear how calm her voice is this week? I love it. I'm here for it.
That's what a victory will do for you, man. Just makes you feel good.
Hi. She's
Yeah.
like, what's up? I love it. I'm here for it. Representing the Colts, we have from the You Don't Know Jack podcast, Mr. Josh Allen. Mr. Josh Senior.
Oh man,
Too many Josh
Sorry,
Allens.
man.
Josh Senior, sorry.
it was good, yo.
And representing the Titans, all the way from what is your podcast?
Previously on football.
Previously on Football Podcast, we have Agent Ha. Hello, everybody. What a week in the AFC South. Listen, I'm going to come right out the door and say it. This is a poverty division.
No, it's not.
Poverty division.
75% of it is,
It
but
is.
25% this past week was not a poverty division.
But in general, if we
One
had
team
to-
beat Lamar Jackson so bad he went on Twitter and was popping off in the league, and his coach had to tell him to delete his tweets. So I'm not going to say which team that is, but I think you guys can guess.
But
So
as
take
a
your
whole,
poverty franchises. No.
well,
No.
as a whole, this is a poverty division. So
What are you talking about? It's not a poverty
can't-
franchise. You
you-
couldn't even afford to clean the guy's suit. You had to spray him off with yellow paint, and he had to wear a thong.
Sir, you put some respect in the name of the greatest mascot to ever
Hey,
strap on.
Those were the
whatever
best
you were.
furry cheeks in the business, okay?
He
Who
distracted
was that?
Justin
Were you guys
Fields
at the
so
game?
bad
Were
that
you
he
guys
missed that
there?
kick.
Were you there
Yeah.
first and two? How
Yeah.
were the concessions this week? Were they good? How was the food?
I had a public sub and a bottle of water that I brought with me.
I snuck in.
Amen.
No,
Hallelujah.
that's not
no,
it.
they let you bring food. They let you.
They
Bring
let
Yeah.
you bring it in.
Really?
The team knows the concessions suck.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And the guy next to me was like, "Wow, how the hell did you get a public sub?" I'm like, "I just walked in with it," and I said, "If you knew better, you'd have one too."
Walked in.
All right. Well, listen, let's break down some NFL news, and then we're going to get into the Colts first because Josh Senior's got to head on out of here. So, Josh Allen, I'm going to let you take it away with the NFL news.
NFL news. So did anybody hear about Terrell Owens? Anybody heard from him lately? Tell you who has heard from him. Some bum that was running their mouth outside of a CVS. I don't even know what city it was in, but Terrell Owens knocked the dude out cold. If you haven't seen the video, you should absolutely go to Twitter and watch
We're gonna
T.O.
have to
take
look this
just
up.
none of the nonsense from this man and just knock him flat on his butt.
Wait, so
you
was
know,
it
sure,
really a bum? Like a real homeless
But
person?
he was a
He was
bum in the sense that, like, what sort of human being pops off at a guy?
Okay, but he wasn't like homeless.
Whether he was homeless, I don't know.
Okay.
but,
Carry on.
yeah.
Trespasser.
So that was pretty interesting. And then speaking of bums, Odell Beckham Jr. got booted from an airplane because he was drunk at 9:30 in the morning. The man was blackout, passing out drunk.
Hey, the guy's out of work. What do
9:30
you
in the morning.
expect?
Listen,
Why
bro.
not be blackout
He's a-
drunk at 9:30
Wait.
in the morning?
This was in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay, well, it's Miami. He probably
how-
stayed
I'm
I'm sure he was up all night partying.
That's right. He's probably still drunk from when he started.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Let
sure
me
he's just
see.
been.
The night
He just
before.
been. Yeah, he
I just
been
need to
drunk
see
all
his
day.
age so I can verify.
Odell,
Okay, he's
in his
30.
30s.
Yeah, he's 30. Yeah.
Wait,
I was
he's
gonna say-
only 30? I thought he was older than that. I thought he was like 34.
Yeah, he seems so much older.
Feels like he's been around forever.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just funny because he's been talking about how he's not a diva. Like he's made some comments on different like social media. You know, he's not a diva and he's not hard to deal with.
Okay.
You know, you get booted off a
Okay.
plane.
Is he a diva? Well, he might not be a diva in the locker room, but in real life, he probably is. He's probably a great teammate, but
I just
give
think
it 20 years, he's
Hold
going to
on.
be knocking out
Hold
some
on.
bums out of CVS.
We gotta highlight
Right?
this comment that came in from Chris
Okay,
Jackson.
hold on.
Hashtag Nika loves furries. Because of your comment about Jackson DeVille.
No judgment.
But he technically wasn't furry on Sunday.
He was in Spanish.
That's they
I'll just leave
can't
it at
afford to wash the suit, so it's just like, oh, all right, just
They needed to dry
not-
it. It was wet.
Guys, that is, you know, every team has an alternate uniform. That has been Jackson DeVille's alternate uniform for at least a decade. That's why
It's his
I
color
loved it
rush.
too, because there was a bunch of Jags fans who were like, "That's classless. I can't believe the team will let their mascot wear that." And I'm like, "Bro, he's been wearing that for years. Where have you
He
been?"
does it every
Like-
game at the end of the game. That he jumps in the
You
pool
seen the
and-
cheerleaders, didn't you?
Right.
Yeah, but it was the American flag like thong speedo that he was wearing. He's done that before. Like it's
What, they don't like
just,
America? Ask them what their problem is.
exactly. You know, why don't you go
John's ready to
somewhere?
fight him right now, and he's a Tate fan. What, you don't
It's
like
just
America?
their mascot's cheeks don't look that good in a thong. That's all.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All I know is that without
I
him,
thought
Justin
you
Tucker
said
might have
it
hit
looked pretty
that
good
kick.
now.
Yeah, without him, Justin Tucker might have hit that kick at the end of the game. So you do what you got to do, Jackson DeVille. And hopefully the team is letting him actually do fun things again, because they turned him into a gutless corporate shill, a walking billboard when Shad Khan took over. So maybe they'll go back to the old Jackson DeVille.
They must have
We'll see.
listened to the Jaguar podcast when you mentioned that. Well, listen, let's jump into the games. We don't have any more NFL news.
Just one more quick thing. Deshaun Watson accusers will be in attendance on Sunday, so that's going to be super
Oh,
awkward.
yeah, we'll break that down during
Can
the
you
second
imagine,
segment.
like, my only thought there is, can you imagine sitting next to that, like, group of people in the stands? Like, no, like, I can't cheer for the game. Like, it's just weird. It's just
Yeah,
weird.
right.
Like, I can't.
Right.
Well,
Like,
hold
if
on,
you're a
but think
Browns
about it.
fan,
I
Think
paid
about
this
it
much
when-
for a buzzkill.
A Busby.
Busby Buzzkill.
That's a buzz. Yeah, but think about it though. It's even when the Browns played in Jacksonville fans, what were they chanting again, Nika?
You sick fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what it
That's
is.
what they
So-
said. Yep.
So maybe
And that was in the preseason.
Yes.
yeah. So maybe they'll carry that same energy and that
This is
same
in-
chant.
Is this in Houston?
It's in Houston. It's a home game. I mean, I'm planning when I go there. I'm flying down, and I will bring a poster board. Like my poster board is going to say something about Pierce because he's the beast. But when I get there, I'm going to have the other side, and I'm going to bring my marker with me and write something quite friendly.
Can you write?
Deshaun, so he sees
Can you write "you sick," and
with an asterisk? Yeah, and yeah,
put from Jags fans,
I'm sure I could. Yeah, why
please,
not?
Yes, please do that.
and take a picture and send it to us. 'Cause
All
that'd
right,
be
we'll talk
great.
about that more in a few minutes. Josh Senior, let's go to your game, the Colts. Why is Jeff Saturday allergic to timeouts? That's where I'd like to begin.
Oh,
I'll
and
take
why
your
are the
comments after.
announcers? And why are the announcers? Listen, after the halftime when they were talking about like before they came back out, they were so jealous. There was a lot of envy going on. Like, oh, our former colleague turned NFL coach.
Yeah, there was some butt
like,
hurt on the broadcast
yeah.
for sure.
Anyways,
Haters.
break it down for us.
The timeout issue. Allegedly, he said that he wasn't watching the clock because we're trying to get a first down when old man Matt Ryan run on third down. I don't even know. He slid right before the marker, which was I don't know, man. It's
So
frustrating.
Matt Ryan should have. I mean, not that you're
Because
excusing
players can
Jeff
still call
Saturday.
timeouts, can't they?
Yeah.
That's what was perplexing. Yeah, Matt Ryan, who's got all those years of experience on the field.
What about his staff? What about the other coaches
Right.
on the
Anyone
staff?
else.
It's
Well-
amazing
People
that
up-
not
people
one
upstairs.
person was aware enough to call timeout.
They were
Yeah,
saying
that's what's wild.
they were saying they were trying to milk more of the clock because they didn't want the ball to get back in.
Well, and that's true though too. I mean, you don't necessarily blame the players because there's going to be coaches that have like they're going to say, okay, this is where we're using the timeouts. It's like nobody call timeout. Only like 3 people are allowed to do it. So there's a lot of players that aren't allowed to like. It's just preset. So you would think the quarterback is one of them.
The QB is always one of them.
John just doesn't want us to hate on Matt Ryan because he loves Matt Ryan. That's what it is.
I do love Matt Ryan.
Well, I hate him.
That's fine.
Well, I hate him. I made
it's
the
okay.
post.
You can hate him.
I made the post say that after 12 weeks, I'm officially off the bandwagon. Fuck him.
Hey, he hasn't even played 12 weeks. He skipped 3 games.
Well, after 12,
after
done.
9.
After 9 weeks, I am done. Matty, no ice is over with. It's a wrap. But I mean, who I watched the game, I'm sure the whole world did. It was pathetic. Offense was pathetic. We get down. I think it was a stat that we didn't have a yard in the first quarter. Was it a yard first quarter?
He had 0 yards after the first quarter.
Yeah,
no yards. Even on the first drive, Matt Ryan almost threw a pick. Well, the first pass he almost threw a pick. The second pass he did throw a pick. So at that moment, I just knew that it was over.
So you're gonna call him Matty Melted now?
Matty
Matty Melt.
Melt.
I don't know. Matty, no ice. He ain't nothing. He's just done. He's watching the man scramble trying to run out of the pocket was just pathetic, man. I don't even know I don't know what's going on. I don't know what could save us other than just fire him, cut him, fire Ballard, just start all over.
Are you
Well, hasn't the year been conceded for a while now?
This late in the game, and you've had not in general 3 seasons. You've had veteran quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You see what's happening to veteran quarterbacks in the NFL currently. I mean, look at Aaron Rodgers. Look at Tom Brady.
Russell Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah. Okay. So, do you draft another veteran after this?
No, we're not. We're done. We're done with that. We're done. That's done.
But on the flip side is that like there's not a lot of great QBs, like young QBs, like in terms of like out of the draft, like who's like 2020 and now, like who's like the lighting the world on fire, like in 2020 till now, a quarterback? Who is it? Was Tua? When was Tua drafted? Like I don't know. Is there
2 years ago?
Yeah. There's not a lot. Like I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's some people coming out of this college draft that would be great. I don't watch college, but I'm not really thinking of anybody who was drafted in the last 2 years who was like, well, nope, this is it. This is great.
Chris Jackson says hashtag quarterbacks over 25.
Leonardo DiCaprio is the head of player personnel there. He won't.
And then
they're gonna get Zach Wilson. Pretty sure he's outstayed his welcome in New York.
Matt Briggs says John won't put up with any Matt Ryan bashing.
Oh, I put up with it. I don't agree with any of it.
It's overdue, man. It's overdue, man. Just watching the offense just be stagnant. I mean, it's the same play. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I was playing Madden Monday night because he kept running crossing routes over and over and over. That's easy to stop.
Did you just admit that you're terrible at Madden?
Yeah, again.
Dang, Josh, you are so sad tonight. Hold on.
It's a long day.
Hold on. Listen, hold on.
It is a long day.
We'll do it for you. Break down the game.
There you go.
And there I was. Hey, you know what though? At least you got to go watch your team beat Kansas City this year.
Yes, that's
you
one thing. You
traveled and you got to see that, and that's not what a lot of other people can say. So,
Right.
Yeah, that was an 11-hour drive too.
Oh
yeah.
wow. Oh.
Yeah, so it's that's what made me happy. Even though Matt Ryan still screwed up in that game too, we still won, but I'll take that.
I knew the Colts goose was cooked when you guys had that drive and you get down and there's like a penalty. It was like pass interference, and in the very next play, Matt Ryan just throws that interception. Like it just, I was like, well.
Now I will say this. Our friends over at the Franchise Tag Podcast, Freddie from the franchise tag is a big Steelers fan. I actually tweeted at him during the game because after halftime, when they came back, and what was it, 89 yards?
Yeah,
they ran it back for?
The back 8 yards.
And then they scored that touchdown with Jonathan Taylor. And then it was like a 3-and-out, I believe. And then they came back. I was like, what is happening? Are they about to let the Colts beat them right now? Because not that the Steelers are, great or anything, but I was like, this is not, that was definitely, it looked like.
It looked
like, it looked like a preseason game is what it looked like. It was some pretty terrible football on both sides from both teams yesterday. Like it wasn't very good.
I mean, I'll say that honestly, Pickett had a pretty damn good game, in all honesty. For a rookie quarterback that's been suffering all year, he's had a good game.
Who?
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. He was. I mean, I wouldn't say excellent, but it was decent.
That's how I know it's a preseason game, because the last time he had a good game was in the preseason. The last time he put up numbers like that was in the preseason.
It's the defense. I mean, the defense was okay, but every time, I mean, what can you do when your offense?
Your defense has been good all year.
Yeah, but what good is it if you're on the field?
Yeah, they get gassed. They're only going to hold them so long.
Believe me, I know.
So I mean, for us next week game, we got another primetime game. I don't know why we're on TV again.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
Because they thought that you were going to be good this year.
Well, these are probably the games that we may win, even though we're in Dallas. I want to lose, but if I had to predict a score, I'd say Colts win 27-20.
In Dallas.
Yes, because my family's in Dallas and I hate them.
There you go.
Are you going to go to that game?
So
Colts.
You want them to win, so it's not you think they're going to win. You want them to win.
I'm not spending $400 for a ticket to go to Dallas World. I'm not doing it.
Why not? You could see Jeff Saturday as your head coach.
You could see what a real NFL stadium looks like.
I can pay. Well, at least we can't see it in Tennessee.
No, you can't.
Not yet.
But no, I would pay that to go to Indy. I'm not paying it to go.
That's true. Indy has a good stadium.
I'm not paying that for $100. Yeah, then the Airbnbs was $2,000. No, I'm not doing all that. Yeah.
Well, and then you got to be around Cowboys fans, and it's never a good time.
That's the problem when those stadiums are like in the middle of nowhere, like that one is. It's like it's just outside. It's like, I don't know, it's some stupid city where it's like
it's literally right next to like a Six Flags, and then
it's like the only thing that's out there is hotels. So it's like the rates go up. And it is Dallas. Dallas tickets are always going to be expensive. So that's the problem with those ones. You need something that's in a city.
Even the ones that stand up is like $180. I'm not standing up for hotel.
Standing room only? Ugh.
I'm not standing.
$180 for standing. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not standing. No, for no game.
Yeah, and the Indy Stadium does a better job of piping in crowd noise, so their speakers set up better there.
Well, and it's something about the banners, all the banners,
Yeah, a lot of nice banners.
A lot of breeze.
Funnels the noise down.
Participation banners.
Yeah.
At least
we beat Kansas City this year. Someone needs to make that ban.
Participated and won a championship since y'all bannering us right now.
How long ago?
At least we saved our timeouts.
Back in my day, my team went to the Super Bowl.
Hey, there should be only one banner in that stadium.
Well, it's
What is that? What's that, John?
There's none in my stadium. See, we know our place there, okay? They ain't put any up in ours.
If it was up to John Haw, they would have a banner in the stadium that says Matt Ryan was here. That's all. Just Matt Ryan was here.
Oh, man.
I love that.
It's like that meme where there's like an old lady walking.
Matt says, 7 years ago.
It's like the meme with the old lady with the walker and like the young lady's helping her, and she's like, "Did I ever tell you that the Colts won a Super Bowl when I was a kid?"
Stop it.
Okay, Grandma, let's get to bed.
Stop it.
Chris
Take your
Jackson.
medication, Grandma.
Chris Jackson says the only reason why the Jag Stadium is loud is because the sound resonates through the rat carcasses.
Shows what you know, dummy. It's because of the pools. The sound resonates through the pools. The more pee that's in them, the louder they get.
Everyone's getting hot and bothered over the naked mascots.
Oh, man, that's great. All right, Josh, well, what was your prediction again? I'm sorry.
I got us winning 27.
The Colts are going to win because he hates the Cowboys. There's proof.
Yes.
There's no bigger or no bigger stat, nothing else that I need to hear.
Yeah. Say no
Yeah.
more, fam.
That's
Go
it.
take
Claim it.
care. Go take
I was
care
thinking.
of your
I was
Snavy.
thinking about the Cowboys are just better in every way, but nope, he hates the Cowboys. So I think
I
we
hate
know how this one ends.
I got one agenda. That's it.
Well, I know this is where you have to sign off because you got a sick little one. So go take care of him, and make sure you check out Josh Senior on Twitter at
I am
Twitter.
just.
I am Josh Senior, and they will be live. Him and Chris Jackson and Austin, right?
I won't be on tomorrow because
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, you can check out Josh Senior's podcast. You don't know Jack podcast tomorrow at 9:30. So have a good night. We hope your little one gets better.
I appreciate that.
Better.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Later, bro.
All right. Now, this game was dubbed by our friends across the pond at Franchise Tag Podcast. Make sure you check them out, by the way, because I love listening to English people talk American football. It's the best, just because their accents are great. And
Shout out to
they're great.
them on the whooping that our soccer team gave theirs. We'll see you in the round. We'll see you in the second knockout stage round or whatever the heck the FIFA people call it. We'll see you guys again in the soccer playoffs, nerds.
Listen, I was telling one of them, I was talking to Gareth over there, and I said, like, America just likes to troll you guys about
That's right.
soccer. None of us really care. We don't
We
care.
hate soccer, but we love to beat you in it.
But anyways, they had
we
a
hate
show.
soccer, but we love that you guys are really invested and you didn't win. That's what we like.
Yeah, we tied, but you didn't win.
Your
That's all that
your
matters.
tears are delicious.
But they actually dubbed this game. They had a show last night, and they dubbed this game the game of the week, and I was there for it. I loved that. So, Ravens at Jaguars.
Boy, but the Brits really don't know anything about the NFL, do they? This is
Listen,
the game of the week.
that was a great game.
It was a good finish. It was.
I mean, in retrospect, it might be the game of the week, but like heading into it, it certainly wasn't like the most
No.
anticipated.
No. Just how it was played and how it played out.
Okay.
I don't think anybody anticipated the Jaguars beating the Ravens.
no.
No one.
No.
If you guys actually listened to my podcast, you would have heard somebody did anticipate it.
And who is
He's
that?
sitting with you tonight. He's sitting in this stream right here.
Josh Allen?
What's his name? What was he again?
Well, the government won't release his full name.
Secret
So you honestly wait, hold on. You honestly thought the Jags had a chance to beat the Ravens before that game kicked off?
And let's be clear, it's nothing to do with you guys. I don't know. I mean, how many Ravens games have you been sitting through where they have just sort of let an inferior team just float around, where they're up 13-7 or 13-6 or whatever it is? And I said that's going to catch up to them, where they're just gonna play with their food a little bit, and then someone's gonna like do something stupid, or someone's gonna make a play, and the tide's gonna swing. And guess what? There was a fumble in Ravens territory that swung the game.
I don't even think it was the fumbles. I think it was all the drop passes. I mean, there was at least 3 drop passes that were clear, either close touchdowns or pretty damn close. So honestly, I'm going to blame the receivers more than anything.
Really, but
I mean-
I think the whole
ahead.
thing was
Yeah.
they were getting field goals instead of touchdowns.
Yep.
Jag defense was bending but not breaking. I figured, okay, they keep getting these field goals. Jaguars going to catch them with a touchdown, and we're going to be back even, and that's pretty much what happened.
Well, that's what I said. But like, this is what the Ravens have been doing for the past like 5 weeks. They've been getting field goals and not touchdowns. Like that's that's what they've been doing. But like, it's good for you guys, obviously. But that's the reason why I saw them losing, because it was going to catch up to them. And I think you guys are more than competent enough, and you obviously showed that you were able to go toe to toe with them. And I think that fumble was the turning point of that game, where you guys get the takeover and you get the turnover, and you're set up in great field position, take the lead.
Well, Miss Nika, why don't you go ahead and break down the game for us? Because I know you were in presence. So was I.
Yeah,
I'm the non-biased host. It was great. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I was down there for the shadow walk, or the attempt at the shadow walk, where they come out the tunnel, but because of the rain delay, they kind of scrapped all that or whatnot. So at the beginning of this game, like I said, the field goals from Baltimore, just the defense bending but not breaking. I was worried about them containing Lamar Jackson really through this game. I was like, can we keep him in the pocket? Can we make him, make some bad decisions on throwing, rush him, get a little bit pressure. I still don't like the fact that they weren't able to get home. I think we only ended up with one sack. Really one. There was pressure, and they made him, off on a few throws. Like he said, he was missing throws. But I don't like, another thing I didn't like, the Jaguars' slow start. I know I'm picking out the Jaguars and what they're doing wrong here, even though we won. But that slow start again. I need the Jaguars to pick it up where we're not trying to win the game there at the end, because at that point we hadn't seen Trevor Lawrence make that drive down the field in like the last 2 minutes to do the go ahead, or maybe he did something of a go ahead and we weren't able to see the defense hold for him. So I was skeptical. I have to admit.
I think the Trevor Lawrence that came out of the locker room after the half, I actually was texting Josh Allen and I said, I think he grew a beard during that. I don't know what Doug Peterson said to him, but I don't recall a game yet where Trevor Lawrence has played, and then like if they're down, if they don't start out strong, they don't win. But he came out, and that was the generational talent, quote unquote, that everybody's been talking about, right?
Right. That's what we've wanted to see. That's what everybody's been waiting for. That moment, that drive. We've all been waiting for. There's the number one pick. That's why he was drafted. We've all been waiting for that moment. And I was ecstatic, happy, like finally the light. My thing is, can he do it again?
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah, there was a glimpse of it in the 17-point comeback against the Raiders, right? But he didn't have a drive at the end, like that. That's the first time the ball's in his hands. There's exactly like 2 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. Can Trevor go down and make some throws, throw his receivers open, and get it? Get it. And it wasn't like field goal. He needed a touchdown to.
Right.
He's had those games this year. What was it? The second Indy game, he was really good too. It gets overshadowed because like Indy won that one, but you guys played really good in Indianapolis as well.
Right there, but there was those mistakes, those 1 or 2 mistakes that end up costing them big, at the inopportune times.
Ooh.
Well, I feel like, and I've said it all season. That game I was blown away, even though I'm the non-biased host in attendance. Literally fell to my knees. Okay. After that 2-point conversion. And then when they came back and I was like, if anybody's going to make this field goal, it'll be Justin Tucker. I took a picture of my watch. My heart rate was 108, just sitting there.
He was not far off either. Like, how far was it? It was like 67?
67 yards.
67.
And he
was not. It was like 2 feet. It was like 2 feet.
No, it was like 2. It was probably 2 yards if you look at the replay.
They said 4.
Even that's crazy to be that close.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's at sea level though.
Yeah, but the wind was whipping up in there. Like I was watching the flags hit that pole.
I'm so
hard.
Like I'm so mad that the Ravens Denver game is in Baltimore because that thing's in Denver. I guarantee they try a 70-yarder this next week.
Oh, for sure.
Like he's gonna make a 70-yarder in his career at some point, right?
I think it was during warm-ups. He made like a 68.
So 67, 68. Yeah.
I mean, he's going to end up in the Hall of Fame. Like you could argue he's one of the few kickers that's like.
I've said he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
Well, I do, Miss Nika. How do you like Andrew Wingard?
Oh, because I have a love-hate relationship with Dewey. Because sometimes, like I said, Dewey, he was in the right place at the right time for that turnover.
I can't. I am not a fan, and I have never been a fan.
And other times she was like, "Oh God, who was that? That was Dewey."
Sam is lying through her teeth right now. She loves Andrew Wingard.
I love Andrew Wingard as much as I love Jalen Ramsey. Okay. Which is
exactly
a little bit more because at least he's on my team right now. But I do want to play this post-game press conference that he did because I actually agree with him on this. So let me play this real quick. Oh.
He had to deal with Urban Meyer last year as a rookie. I don't even know if he had a rookie year. I would die for Doug Peterson, I swear. I would run into battle with Doug Peterson 100%. I love the guy.
He's right. This is Trevor Lawrence's rookie year.
What that makes me think of about just like him and Zach Wilson, as Trevor hasn't lost a locker room. He's still grinding. They still trust him. They still believe in him. And that's the big difference between him and Zach Wilson. Just like Zach Wilson, he probably should have just shut up, took the bullet for the team. But it seems like he had lost the locker room well before that comment, that game. And I like the fact that the guys are still with Trevor. They still believe in him as a player, as a teammate, as a person. And I think that's a good trend. It only helps him. And I agree with Dewey. This is basically his rookie year because that Urban, that's a lot to survive through.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about Doug? Like, he had the balls to go for 2, right? Instead of
No, he didn't. He didn't. The players convinced him to go for 2.
Really?
And that's what I love about this team. The players said, you know, Jamichael, or is it Jamichael Hasty? I forget what his first name is. Hasty talked about Trevor Lawrence's leader.
Tasty Hasty.
Tasty Hasty. Talked about Trevor Lawrence, and the whole offense basically went to Doug, and they said, we want to win it. Let us do it. Like, and Doug didn't want to. Doug was gonna kick the extra point.
I'm surprised that Doug likes to gamble. Doug likes to gamble.
Yeah. Well, Doug Peterson said himself. He said, I was gonna play for overtime, and kick the extra point and tie the game. But then he said, basically, Trevor Lawrence said, no, we're winning it. So that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Well, next week the 4-7 Jaguars go to Detroit and play the 4-7 Lions. So, how do you feel? Who's going to win that game, and what do you think the odds are going to be for that?
Jaguars need to win that game. Mm-hmm. I think that I look at
it's a winnable game.
It's a winnable game. We're pretty much the same team, I would think, in a few ways. I think we have.
Well, they're playing a lot better right now. Detroit is.
Yeah, they are, and that's why I'm like any game I'm worried, but I'm like they need to get one on the road. They need to go there and show that, okay, out of both the teams with the same record, we're better. Somehow we're better. You know, maybe Trayvon Walker show up. You know, the guy drafted behind you, I don't know if he's playing better now or whatnot, but, you know, show up something. I think I want to say we can win this. I'm about 75% sure.
75%. What do you think? By a touchdown?
Oh, yeah. At least by a touchdown.
Yeah. I like
At least, you're saying. Okay.
I like it. All right. Well, let's move on. Texans at Dolphins.
So,
how are you feeling, V? How does it feel to be a Jaguars fan? Because that's what that feels like.
For all the years that I did poop on you guys, I am you right now. So,
yeah.
Basically, we benched Davis Mills. We had Kyle Allen, and a lot of I can't say a lot. Some Texas fans really thought that Davis Mills was the issue. Turns out, like I said before, he was not. The interior O-line was crap. If you guys have never seen a PFF grade that goes to 13 or 14, take a look at our interior O-line PFF grades. Scott Quesenberry is horrible. It should be illegal for him to be on a football field. Roger Goodell should put his foot down and say, not anymore. But that hasn't happened. So essentially, regardless of whether it was Davis Mills or Kyle Allen, yes, fire Pep. But whether or not it was Kyle Allen, whether or not it was Davis Mills, you can't get any offense off when you have no protection. That's what happened again. Yes, Kyle Allen threw 2 picks. And yes, the play calling was poor. Again, #fire Pep, all about it. But at the same time, without an O-line, you can't do much. You can't do much when you also don't have a ton of receivers. Brandon Cooks said after the game when he was asked, when do you think the game was out of hand? He said, before the game started. So does Brandon Cooks want to be there? No, he tried to get out, and he's pissed off that
at the deadline, right? Before the trade.
Yeah, he really thought he was going to be gone too.
I thought he was going to be gone.
He should be in Dallas, and Nick couldn't work and get it done. I have the opinion that Nick should have just taken a discount and got rid of him because I knew he was going to be a locker room cancer again. Knew he was going to be a locker room cancer, but he's here. We're lucky if we can get a 5th round pick for him at this point. And I don't even know if we'll get that. I think we'll have to end up cutting him because at this point, what team is going to want a receiver that's getting tossed around because he keeps becoming a diva and saying, I don't get the ball, we're not winning, I don't want to be here. He had the same problem with Sean Payton. That's why they shipped him off, and we should have shipped him off. But getting back to the game,
we need like I'm so tired of that attitude. Like I get it because like you've now made it to like the best of the best, right? You are in the NFL, like you made it, but like you're getting paid millions of dollars now, and like not everything is going to go your way. I'm so tired of that attitude from a lot of these players, you know, that like you're not helping you win a ring by acting like that, you know?
Yeah, well, it also makes it hard for somebody to want you on their team.
Right.
Right. Exactly. That is actually my biggest point, is because who's going to want someone like that?
Matt Briggs says he's the Jalen Ramsey of receivers.
He really is. The moment that I knew I did not want him anymore on my team was at the Raiders game. The Raiders game, Mills threw a pick late, I believe it was the fourth quarter. And as soon as he threw that pick, Brandon Cooks threw his hands up in the air, started walking off already before the play was done. Larry Tunsil, our left tackle, who's the highest paid person on the team, who also doesn't really have to do much anymore besides do his individual job, was chasing the defender all around the field. This massive man was chasing this dude on the field, whereas Brandon Cooks already left the field, took his helmet off. So that's when I knew he gave up, and that's when I wanted him off the team. And
Antonio Brown, y'all.
And he's not even that good, like compared to Antonio Brown. So
now, Lovie Smith, in your opinion, because you know normally we have Matt Briggs on here, so I like to get other people's opinions. Is he the future?
Lovie Smith is not the future, but I will say that he gets a lot of hate that he shouldn't get. Lovie Smith has a lot of old school mentalities, and it's not just his Tampa 2 scheme. Tampa 2 actually can work when you have the right personnel. The problem is we don't have any good linebackers. Our front seven is essentially non-existent. Jerry Hughes is the only one that should be on a professional football field, in my opinion. And I know that really is fire Lovey. Gotcha there. But he's not the biggest reason. It really is more that we don't have the proper personnel and our offense is bad. Yes, we're not putting up pressure. Yes, we don't have any run defense, but we don't have run defense because we don't have the personnel to do it. One of the things that Lovey does do that I hate, though, like really, 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 really hate it. We get guys off the waiver wire. It's Tyler Johnson, another Johnson, Eno, Benjamin. We get all these guys on the waiver wire, and then we don't play them for 1 or 2 weeks. But the 49ers will get CMC on Thursday. They'll go to practice on Friday and Saturday and play on Sunday.
You just explained. You said we'll get somebody, and you couldn't even. You're like, I'll get some other this guy. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is a different level of like.
Yeah, okay. Well, the point is that any other team, and I just use it as.
And not only that, but Christian McCaffrey was like tailor made for a Kyle Shanahan offense. There was nobody who fits Kyle Shanahan better than Christian McCaffrey.
That may have been
a 1 in a million acquisition.
That may have been a poor example, but understand that the only running back that we've been using prior to this game really was obviously Dameon Pierce, and we throw out Mr. AARP, aka Rex Burkhead.
Mr. AARP.
So we finally started using Dare, which is cool, but we should have thrown Eno in there because Eno would have probably done a better job. We couldn't get much ground game going. So it would have been, the proper point would have been to use him. Or Amari Rodgers, who is supposed to be really, really fast. Yes, he's got a lot of fumbles, but why not throw him out there as a receiver?
I mean, at this point.
We've got
things couldn't be going much worse than they are now.
You have nothing to lose.
I'm sorry?
You have nothing to lose.
That's what I'm saying. Why not just trot these dudes out there? But Lovie Smith has this idea that everybody has to earn the position and prove why they deserve to be on that roster and be out there every Sunday. And the problem with the old school mentality is that you don't give us the best chance to win.
What happens if somebody proves that they don't deserve to be on there? Then what? What if somebody's a starting player doesn't deserve to be there? You have to turn to somebody at some point, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, let's talk about the elephant in the room. We talked about it briefly at the beginning, but I definitely like, okay, you know, we get it. You guys suck. 1-9-1, right?
Yeah.
So next week though.
I will be rooting for you guys next week.
Yeah, me too.
I think
Me
most
too.
of America will actually be rooting for us
Yes.
next week.
So next
Do you think
week,
Texas fans will boo Deshaun? Is the first question. Are they going to boo him?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'll be flying down there, and not only will I be booing him. Oh, what's up, DJ? Not only will I be booing him, I will be making as nasty signs as I can. Every third down, no means no. Yes. Every time I
That
can,
would be great.
I'm gonna say,
Oh my
care
The,
of
the Jags fans, that's another
Hold
one
on.
that people were
Hold
chanting
on.
too.
Oh, they did chant that?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
No means
my
no.
goodness.
I was gonna say, call to action, all Texans fans, if you are listening,
No means no.
please chant "no" means no.
Yes.
Please, that would be epic. But
We got to get
we
got to get like a hashtag
So,
going on Twitter to rally Texans fans to chant that on Sunday.
So
I'll make it my mission.
I did want to talk about this. So obviously we know, like, you know, the Texans play the Browns in Houston. That was so planned by the ultra corporate NFL that it's like ridiculous. Like, come on.
It's going to be the most watched
You
game.
ironically put his suspension until he goes and plays the team where he was accused of raping all these women. But that being said, ultimate power move, I guess, is Tony Busby announced today at least 10 of his accusers are going to be at the game. And his statement was, "We're still here. We matter."
I mean, are these women, are they going to announce themselves? Are they going to be sitting in a box? Are they going to be in
I
a
don't know,
crowd?
because I also have a problem with Busby because he does like a whole lot of like talking for them. You know?
It does feel exploitive to me.
Yeah.
So there's a couple obviously different views to look at this. I just want to address the whole why is Deshaun Watson coming back to Houston, and it definitely seems that they planned it. However, from a contractual standpoint, if he took more than 11 games, he wouldn't toll. His contract wouldn't toll. So that was basically the last stop. As many games.
Yeah,
as
but they could have had him start last week.
They could have done less. They would, if you want to do the max. I'm just throwing it out there. But to say what's going on with the 10 women that are coming, I don't think it's exploitive. I think that what Busby is really trying to do, and he invited all the women. 10 have agreed to go. It is part of letting not just Deshaun know, but let the world know that Deshaun Watson got away with sexual assault at least 26 times, got paid hundreds of millions of dollars, and is now being cheered by fans, Cleveland Browns fans, and some, there's still, unfortunately, part of the Texans fan base, about 1 or 2%, that are still Deshaun Watson stans, unfortunately. But there are some people that are still rooting for him, that people think that he did nothing wrong. And I think they have to somehow throw this back into people's face, say, remember, this dude sexually assaulted 26 women. We want to make sure you understand that. I think that might force the announcers to talk about it a little bit.
Well, I just am shocked that
Who's calling that game? It's not Romo and Nance, right?
Honestly,
I think so.
Off the top of my head, but I don't think it's Romo. No.
Mm.
But here's the other
I'm just shocked that this is how we're going to see Deshaun Watson in orange in Houston. Okay, because I didn't think it would be with a Browns jersey. I thought it would be with like Department of Corrections.
A little slow in the uptake.
He's wearing the color orange, so you got that part right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is Watson even going to be ready to play?
Matt Briggs says CBS.
Well,
so
there's a
yeah,
lot of CBS commentators. CBS has the contract for the AFC, so I mean, it could be. I don't know. Is this Dan Fouts? Is this the bird and the eagle? I don't know.
Should be interesting.
Because I can't imagine that. Because Romo and Nance are the A team. There's got to be like two AFC teams that are like have a better record, like combined record. But
well, what do you think the outcome of that game is going to be?
I don't honestly. I'm not expecting a lot from Deshaun Watson himself. It's going to be the Nick Chubb game. Nick Chubb's just going to run all over us. It doesn't matter who our quarterback is.
Yeah, that's true. Regardless of the schematics, you guys don't have a great rush defense.
We have no run
Yeah.
defense at all. So I don't give a crap if you give us Tom Brady in his prime. We're not winning this game simply because we can't stop the run. So I expect it to be pretty much around like in the high 30s for them, 35, and we'll probably come out with like 13. We're gonna
I am predicting for the Texans, which I normally don't do. I normally just listen. I am predicting that they come out pissed off. They come out looking to prove a point. The defense, wants to prove a point. And who knows, maybe the referees want to prove a point. But I see the Texans winning by 3.
a field goal?
2, maybe 2
Any
field
given
goals.
Sunday. Any given Sunday. This
I give it to-
show up.
1 to
I'll
2
take it.
field goals. I give it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what little weird thing they're gonna get motivation from, right? Like they may just come out so fired up that, and I think like my question is, Watson hasn't been able to practice with the team,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like because when you're
They let him go
Practicing
back.
for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
Two,
they let him
three
go
weeks?
back
Okay.
to
Right.
practice.
okay, well, I didn't know that then. All right, I was thinking he was just coming and not practice and just jumping into the game, and I was like, that doesn't seem very smart. But okay, well, never mind then.
Yeah, they did announce that. They wanted to make sure everyone.
Yeah, he was allowed to join the team like 2 or 3 weeks before the suspension was over. So
Yeah, they wanted to make sure all the massage therapists cleared the building before. So they had to make a public announcement that he was coming back, So, man, I can't wait till you guys beat the Browns. America is cheering for the Texans this week. That is America's team this week. So,
Hey, listen, we beat Iran. Can America beat the Browns? Let's see. Let's go.
take the Browns away from the Super Bowl. We're not taking them to it. We're taking them away from it.
Yeah.
Taking Deshaun Watson. Screw that guy.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see that.
I got a point to prove, and I believe they're going to come out 2-9-1. So,
Let's go.
take that on the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. Tell them I said it. All right, moving on. The good old trash pandas.
what does
Good
the
old-
trash pandas mean?
Raccoons, trash pandas.
Oh, okay.
Titans. Bengals at Titans. What do you
Hey.
think?
I said it last week. There's only 3 games that matter for us the rest of the year, and it's the divisional games that we're playing. That's it. Those are the only games that matter for us. I knew we were going to lose this one. We're going to lose next week to the Eagles. That's fine. As long as we win our 3 divisional games, we still get the division. That's all that matters.
But what if you don't?
Well, that's the problem. Yeah. So if we lose it, well, the first one is, so we get the Eagles next week and then the Jaguars. So if we lose to the Jaguars, then we're going to be in some trouble. Well, I need some external help, and I need you guys to lose some games. Unfortunately, Jaguars didn't help me out at all. Everybody else, you guys helped me out. But you know what I mean? But you
Like
guys,
I said,
you guys had to beat the Ravens.
poverty division.
Yeah.
Poverty division.
Well, and here's the thing: is that like I don't like blaming injury because it's not really injuries. I mean, our defensive front is just worn out, and the Bengals really controlled it. They won the game playing our game. Like they really ran the ball really efficiently. Even with I don't understand like Todd Bowles, not Todd. Geez, why did I say Todd Bowles? Todd Downing. Todd Downing. I don't understand why he's so predictable with running the ball on second down when it's like 2nd and 10. Power. Let's go. Let's do it. Like Derrick Henry was getting nothing all game. Our receivers were getting open.
He had that one breakout run that was actually.
It was a screen.
Yeah, it was the play of the week. They dubbed
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it wasn't a run. It was like it was a screen, and that was it. But like they were stopping Henry the whole time. I don't know why he committed to it the whole way through. Like I know we always have done it, but like when we've committed to him, he's still getting some yardage. But this one was like nothing. He's getting nothing on this.
Does he look slower to you?
I can never tell. I can't judge the speed on these things. Like, does he look slower? I don't know. On that screen pass, he didn't look very slow on that one.
I thought he did. I thought he looked like he slowed down a lot faster. But that, I mean,
I don't. I can't. It's so hard to tell with him, especially because he's so much bigger than the other people too in the backfield. Where it's like I don't know. It's like he could look like he's running slow, but he's still like he's still outrunning people.
through people.
Yeah, but it just seems as if like the Bengals just had it. Like, and the Bengals are strong where we're weak too. Like our secondary, like surprisingly, our secondary held up better than I thought they would. It was our defensive front that just couldn't handle it, and we even still had a shot at it. Like, miss a field goal. I mean, it's 19. I don't know. I mean,
why did you?
There
guys
was an
get
opportunity,
rid of
but
Lambeau?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they
Why?
just wanted to. They just wanted to see what this kid can do.
Do you understand how upset I was when I saw Lambeau in a Titans jersey?
So why are you happy? Why aren't you happy that he's no longer in a Titans uniform?
Because you know what?
Shouldn't you be happy about it?
No, he deserved.
No, but the Titans don't deserve him.
That's true.
They don't.
He's too good for them.
I mean, I wish we had. I mean, I've been for like 2 years now. I've been hoping to find somebody so I can get rid of Fat Randy. Like, he's not like Bullock has been our best kicker just because we've had no other options. Like,
so what have you guys been putting in Burke's cheeseburgers that's got him so hyped up?
There's something there, right? Well, like he
Burger
had a
Boy-
slow
Burger
start
Boy
to the
showing
season.
out.
Maybe it's he started out slow, and you would think, okay, I don't know about this, but then he got that turf toe, which he would miss 4 games. But last week and this week, he's showing some stuff there. He's not AJ Brown, but there's potential there. I really liked us taking shots last week and this week. I like that we're not afraid to take shots. And Austin Hooper's really stepping up. I've getting impressed with our receiving game as of late. It's
Yeah,
like
but
when
it's
something
still
starts to go
not-
good, the other
it's
thing goes
still
bad. So it's like
not
our receivers were
AJ
doing better, and then the run game was completely shut down. Like,
Wait,
if our
I
run
just
game was
realized
going
something.
the way it should,
I just realized something.
talk to me.
So Deshaun Watson is headed back to Houston, and AJ
You just realized
Brown
that?
is playing the Titans. Wow.
It's revenge week.
It
Oh
is
yeah, it's
revenge
AJ.
week.
Oh yeah.
And then we got
I'm
the
not really sure who
then-
wants
Then we
revenge
got
in
the
this game,
toilet
though.
bowl, which is the toilet bowl is the Lions versus the Jaguars.
Excuse me?
Who is the best at being the worst? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Is
We
Chark
won the
still playing?
championship.
Is he hurt or what is he doing
Who?
in Detroit? DJ Chark.
Oh,
He
looked
scored a
good.
touchdown last week.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looked good.
I haven't heard too much.
It's Amon Ross
Oh
St.
yeah, and then we
Brown's
got
been the
DJ
stud of that
Chark
receiving
playing the
core, though.
Jaguars. Man,
Ooh, a
revenge
revenge
week.
game.
Dun dun.
Yeah. But for me, I don't know. Like, my emotions were set down. I know there's a lot of Titans fans that were like, this is a revenge game. No matter what they say, this is a revenge game. I don't know. It felt more like the Bengals wanted revenge on us, even though they won the playoff game. I don't know what it was like.
Did you see who was it for the Bengals that had some choice words for Tennessee as he was going off the field? One of the
Oh
linemen.
yeah.
These are like, up yours, Tennessee.
I'm sure he did. Titans fans can be dicks.
Oh, Pat McAfee was like, "Oh, it's not about you, but it's about you," kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I love how much Pat McAfee hates the Titans. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did y'all do to that guy? Jesus.
Everybody hates the Titans,
Of course.
even John Ha, and he's a Titans
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary about Fred
Uh-huh.
Taylor where he got interviewed. And I just loved, my favorite part was not all the things that he did on the field, but this was a recent, it's one I sent to you and Matt Briggs, Sam. And he said, of all the teams I've ever played, he goes, the Titans are still the ones I hate the most. I hate Tennessee and I'll always hate them. And I was like, me too. I hate them.
Samesies, twinning.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't. It's weird. I feel like an outsider though too, because I'm like on the other side of the country, so it's like I don't really understand. I'm not around that hatred, so it's like I see how they are online. Titans fans are unbearable, but I don't know how they are in person.
I think honestly, so the Titans coming in like as people from Houston don't like them because they moved their franchise, as the Tennessee Oilers, and then everyone's like,
well,
"Where's
you
the
shouldn't say
Tennessee
they. There was
Oilers?"
one person that did that.
Okay, Bud Adams. Okay, so then you had pretty much all of that area that already hated them, and then they kind of came in and like kind of were a thorn in everyone's side, and I think just collectively as a league.
Is it because we ruined your 1999 season? Is that what it is?
Well, no, it's not
Yes.
just the Jaguars.
Yes. No, but
Yes,
yes.
Josh. He's like, yes, it definitely was.
It
That
is specifically Jeff Fisher's comment, that the Jag Stadium was like the Titans' second home, I'll hate them forever.
That
I still
and
yell Fisher sucks
that,
when they come to town.
yeah, and your famous fan Mitch Fitzkins, I hate him. I absolutely despise that man.
Firkins.
I blame you guys for
Mitch
him.
Firkins.
Yeah,
In the
Mitch
mud.
Firkins.
Yeah.
Mitch Firkins. I don't even know who this is.
He's the one that gets the championship
Tattoo.
tattoos all the time.
Oh, this. Oh my gosh, this guy.
Him alone is worth all the hate.
Like, hey, you know what? He's the one forking out the money for the tattoo every year. It sounds
Dude,
more like.
listen, that is like exactly what the combination of meth and mayonnaise will do to you, right there.
Well, and you would know being up in North Florida.
I don't.
We
meth
mix
and,
our meth with barbecue
mustard.
wrap.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh yeah, barbecue and meth.
You
Not
said you
mayonnaise,
can't.
sir.
You can't try to defend. You can't try to defend it. You showed me Jacksonville. I saw. I saw Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what did Miss
We
Nika
passed
do?
what I thought were quite a few meth houses.
And what did Miss Nika do? She met you
Miss
with
Nika was-
open arms. With,
She sure did.
With
Listen, that-
Everclear.
Listen,
Yes,
that,
I
that
brought gummy bears
Just for
Yummy
you.
gummy bears.
oh yeah, that's
And
fantastic.
she only put a little bit of methamphetamine in it.
Just a little.
that's
tiny
that's
bit.
okay.
Just a smidge.
Yeah.
A little smidge.
It numbed my gums so that I could take the rat.
That's what it was. Well, John, listen. To wrap up your segment,
Anyway,
I already know the answer, but you guys are playing the Eagles.
Yep.
You guys are playing the Philadelphia AJ Browns.
not lately. He's not doing so good lately.
Well, that's what he did.
He's
did
looking.
the same,
He's looking to go off this week. I guarantee it. I think he
this
cares
isn't
more
something
about.
that
He
this
cares
isn't-
more about getting this one than I think we do.
This isn't something I like to brag about like often, but I have had him on my fantasy team the last 3 years. He's almost a keeper at this point for me. He does this every year. Just so you know. So this isn't lately. He
Well,
does
I
this every
mean,
year.
the difference was that he was on the Titans before, where it's like, okay, run game, and you don't have many opportunities for catches as a receiver in Tennessee.
But either way, I know you don't like to give score predictions, so I won't ask that. But
I
who
don't know,
do
it's
you
just
like?
meaningless.
No, it's not.
Well, what is the point of the score prediction? Pitch it to me. Sell it to me.
So we can make fun
Point-
of you if you're wrong later.
Exactly.
It's going to be wrong no matter what.
Nuh-uh. When
Not
you're right
always.
How many of you gotten the score right?
We don't know. We just
this season,
Exactly. So
We
there's no
use it
point.
for-
No one goes back and looks at it.
we use it for receipt purposes. Well,
That's
no.
why I say it's
Then
going to
you
be
can
2-0
gauge.
Eagles. There you go. There's my score
No.
prediction. 2-0 Eagles.
Well, I don't ever. If I do
I
a score
hope that's
prediction,
true.
I normally do it by a touchdown or by a field goal or two or whatever.
Now, if I was like setting the gambling lines, that might be a little different because then that sets a different like layer of strategy because you want to think about what
So what's the
like
spread?
how you're going to try to like how because you want to get people to bet on it, right? So you're
Well,
going to
okay,
probably.
So if you were betting on it, what would you bet?
Well, I'm not.
Do you
betting on
think
it. If I'm
that? Do you
setting
think the Titans are
lines.
going to win? Forget the
No.
score. Forget about how much. You
No,
think the Titans are
like I
gonna
said, there's only 3 games that matter for us. It's the divisional games. We've got 6 games left, and 3 are divisional games. 3 are the Eagles, Chargers, and Cowboys. We're losing those 3 games. We just have to win the divisional games. And I did the math. We win the 3 divisional games. It doesn't matter what the rest of you guys do. We win the division.
Poverty division.
Exactly. Well, and we're going to lose the playoff game anyway. So it doesn't like all I want is the division so that I can have something. Like that's all I want. Like there's only 3
I do
games
want
that
to bring
matter
up.
for us.
I started this comment earlier, and I'll bring it up to end the show. R.J. Ellison said, "Y'all better pray the Titans don't beat Philly." Laughing.
Well, yeah.
emoji.
Well, you better pray the Titans don't beat Philly, and I'm not on here next week. So if I'm on here next week, the Titans beat Philly, you'll be fine. Like I don't know. Who
I
you have
just
on
think
here
it's cute that RJ thinks that if the Titans beat Philly, that we are not going to continue to make fun of the Titans. I don't know what you're like. What are you talking about? Like that's not going to stop any of my jokes.
Hey.
Like
Listen, RJ, if the
Oh,
Titans
that's-
beat the Eagles, I'm not going to stop making fun of the Titans.
Good. Consistency is key. Well, listen, let's wrap this bad boy up, guys. Josh Allen, where do we find you?
Twitter at Josh Gives Up, and sometimes Tuesdays, sometimes Thursdays on the Jaguar. Me and my co-host Matt Grieve. We talk about all things Jaguars.
V, where do we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Brown Chubby Bear. You can find me on Reddit at Chubby Brown Bear. And you can find my blogs and articles at TexansFanBattle.com.
And Miss Nika?
You can find me at First and Teal on Twitter and Nika989 on Twitter.
And then your podcast, when do you air?
Usually Mondays or Tuesdays.
Nice. And John Ha.
You can find me hacking into your accounts almost every day.
You can find me at the NSA.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I'm watching all of you guys.
Good.
Well, not so much lately. Elon's kind of like blocking us from getting into your Twitters.
Wow. Thanks, dude. But when's your podcast? When do you guys air?
It just depends. Either Monday. If I'm on here, it's Fridays. If I'm not on here, it's Mondays.
Nice. I like scheduling.
Yeah.
Woo! And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sammy Football with an I. And of course, here every day at 9:30. Yes, there is a division game on Monday nights, to which we're Tuesday at 9:30. And I will be on the Jaguar this week. Jaguar this week.
All right.
I can't wait. Thank you guys for tuning
Why?
in.
Is it because you guys won? Is that why you're showing up?
No, I just really want to show up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check us out on Twitter at AFS. I can never say it. AFCSFB. That's for AFC South Fan Battle. We thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Sam loves Jalen Ramsey.
Every time. God.